right, guys. Ian Anderson, Paige Bjerkaas, Central Coast Disc Golf. We are back for some more Masters Cup FPO league card action. Round 2, part 2 on deck. That was Camille Skweir. This is Sarah Hokom, Paige Bjerkaas, and Catrina Allen. They have been shredding this course despite the wetness, Paige.
Yeah, National Tour stop number 2, and a lot on the line, and you can see that these players are motivated. It's a lot of scoring, lead changes, and we are only through 12 holes.
Yeah, stop number 3, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, stop number 3.
There you go. Catrina has a 1-stroke lead, kicking it into hole 13. What's the play, Paige?
Well, this one is very tight. There's a few different options. You can go right of that tree we just passed on like a hyzer flip or a flat shot, or you can go wide Annie/sidearm and kind of drop it in, but you do have to keep in mind that road to the right is OB.
Now we have a Spectrum Series M4 from Catrina.
Yeah, she just put this one in her bag a couple weeks ago.
That's a pretty looking plastic.
It is. Unfortunate late release there. You have to figure the rain kind of has something to do with any release error we see at this point.
Is this a judge again from Paige?
Yes, this is a judge. So if you guys tuned into the front, you noticed Paige is throwing a judge a lot of these holes. I think she's just trying to dissect these holes and play them very smart, and not try to get any kicks or rolls and just put it in the fairway.
Sarah with a trace.
Up the gut. Surprised to see that one.
Yeah, I've seen Ricky do that play before.
Yeah, it was beautiful. A little bit low, so she's going to leave herself outside of range for birdie, but par golf at this point is what you're looking for.
Yeah, especially in these conditions. That was a rival from Camille. Gets it down there. Cat, work left to do here, Paige.
Her trusty D1 pulls it a little bit again on this one, but this time sidearm. So she's going to have a lot of work to do to get up and down for bogey.
That's getting there. A little wide, though. She's got to look for it.
Yeah, she skidded up there a little bit. She's going to have about a 20-footer, so it's definitely in her wheelhouse.
It looks like that verdict again from Paige. She is 156 to the pin.
Oh, just a tiny bit wide, but honestly, still a putt.
Yeah, still fought through really well. Camille 111 to the basket. Hits the one tree.
Yeah, sharp sidearm there.
Sarah, after a pretty decent drive, looking at her upshot. Wow.
Great shot with that entropy.
You called
loving it.
Mm-hmm. And Kat going to try and save a bogey. Looks to be just outside the circle.
Oh, it's a little bit too low. She's going to have to settle for a double bogey there, and it's a tight battle. You don't want to be getting any double bogeys out here today, but Paige.
Getting a good reaction from Paige.
Great hit there.
Another great putt from Camille. We got another lead change coming up, too, I believe,
yes,
Paige.
we do. If Sarah can tap this in, she could even get 2 on Cat here.
Yeah. This lead is flying all over the place. I love it. Yeah. Sarah's super solid on the green there.
So that purple disc she's putting with is an electron ion. This is anytime she's push putting, she's putting with that disc. So the purple one, keep that in mind. But she actually switches her putter when she goes to do spin putts, which I think is very interesting.
Yeah, she busts out a spin
for
her spin putts, which is kind of funny. It's actually kind of like almost an upshot disc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Half mid, half putter type of deal. But it was Camille giving it a rip down the fairway. Looking at our scores, we got another lead change. There it is, Sarah. 1-stroke lead over Cat after that unfortunate double.
Yeah.
Paige slipping back 1. She's got 5 on Camille for 3rd. Well, you're doing some work there on the chase card.
Yeah. They don't know that, though. Let's keep it that way for now.
All right, what's the play here, Paige?
So this one is, I think, the straightest hole in the course. It's very demanding, and it being 369 feet, you're tempted to throw a driver, but when you do so, anytime you hit one of those trees, you're going to get a brutal kick, and that road on the right does come into play. So there actually is a secondary fairway over to the left if you do hyzer out or flip over there.
I wonder if Sarah was trying to get over there with an Annie.
It kind of looked that way to me, but she kind of tickled that branch, and it made it flip directions and stall out.
Yeah, that vanish went off to the right. That was Camille going off to the left with her rival.
Paige with her judge.
How pretty is this?
Dead straight down the center. This is such a great play here, and really so smart.
Isn't it?
Smart.
Catrina is reaching for an H3 V2, going a little higher speed than Paige.
Gets that skip, but still has the incredible control on it
She
to
throws
throw.
that thing
Yeah.
so straight.
I mean, the speed difference in those two discs is crazy.
Yeah.
And for them to throw almost matching shots is awesome.
Looking at Sarah's second, this looks tough. And can you believe this?
I kind of can.
If anyone can
She's
scramble,
really good.
yeah, she is really good. And also that forehand comes in handy when you need to scramble.
Yeah, but that shot was very difficult.
It
you could
absolutely
see
was.
how far out she had to stretch and the severe hyzer release she had to put on it.
Mm-hmm. Here's Catrina's signature series 300 PA1. Go pick one of those up and support her. Sarah to save par.
And that's that spin we're talking about there on that spin putt. She misses just a tiny bit high and left, but as you can see, she's running these long ones. She's hunting down that lead, and she's trying to put her name on that trophy.
Yeah, she is. It's nice she's feeling her comebackers so she can run the long ones.
Yes.
You know, she's really consistent inside the circle right now. Can't remember her missing one, honestly.
Yeah. But she is carding a bogey there, and if Kat can clean this up right here, this will be a par and another lead change.
Wow. They are duking it out.
Which one do you think's happened more, lead changes or Paige throwing her judge?
I'm going for lead changes at this point, though.
Okay.
And it's probably close, though. She's been ripping that red judge all over the course. Such a smart play on this hole. Did you go putter again?
I did.
Yeah?
I did, yeah.
Did it work?
It did.
Nice. There it
Yeah,
is.
especially in this rain.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to release this plastic. It feels better and just dries off easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's huge. Getting good grip, very important. There is our tie for the lead. Kat and Sarah. Camille and Paige kicking it back there, and we're on to the kitchen.
Yeah, this one is very difficult, 333 feet, and I'll remind you again, there is the 2-meter rule, and on this one, obviously, you can see we have to throw over the trees, so it's very present. OB is everywhere, and basically, you just want to aim at this white circle on the tree that you'll be able to see in just a moment, hard and flat, and let the disc just kind of lose speed forward.
What's Paige throwing here?
This is, I think, a judge again. But I'm not positive on that, so
Okay.
I think it's her fusion judge, and she's just punching it a little bit harder because it has a little more speed to it, or a little more stability to it.
Sure. Katrina's going to be reaching for an M4. This looks like the line, Paige.
Yeah, a little bit of turn. She trusted that to come back because most players punch it forward. She trusted that disc on the turn in the rain, a little bit of wind, and some grip issues, and that's really good commitment there.
She got rewarded for her risk.
Yes, she did. Oh, late branch for Hokom. It's going to make it lose speed and drop short of the basket, but, you know, there is a putt, and she's kind of been running these.
Yes, yeah. That was her insanity for the record. And Camille?
Looking for that to get up.
That was her rival that came out a little bit low, and she has work left to do here.
Yeah, you know, this hole is quite easy if you get past all the stuff. But if you don't, look at this. Look at what she has to navigate through.
Got most of the way there. Paige just smartly laying up for par after a very nice, safe drive. And Sarah looks to be lining it up like he called.
55.2 feet.
I
love the
range data.
Yeah.
It's fun. I love seeing how
So
far everybody
specific.
throws
I love
and
it.
putts. Yeah. Gave it a go, but that'll end up in a par. Camille trying to save hers, but that is going to be a bogey. And Catrina for a stroke on the card and the lead, I believe.
Yes. Amazing. It's always nice when you don't really have to putt.
Yeah.
I mean, that was still a putt, of course, and in these conditions, it's still difficult. But man, to be inside 15 feet on a hole like the kitchen is exactly what you want.
Super bonus birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Would not be surprised if that was a stroke on the field. Camille cleans up bogey nicely, and Sarah and Paige will be dropping in bogeys. Or sorry, pars. Oh, Paige putting the umbrella down. Did you hear about Zootown?
No, I did not.
So she had a 5-footer holding the umbrella, hit the bottom of her umbrella.
No way.
Missed the
Oh,
I love you, Paige. Sorry.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. So I think she learned a lesson, though. She's
Yeah,
not putting with the umbrella in
she
the hand
almost
anymore.
did it.
She almost did. She's like, oh, wait. All right. This doesn't work. So there is that birdie for Catrina. Wow. Super impressive. And taking a 1-stroke lead over Sarah. We're on to I-5, Paige.
Yes, the lone par 4 of the course, 550 feet. The circles you see are the prime landing spot. Or if you have enough power, that's where you want your disc to kind of start skipping. As you can see right about there, the ceiling gets very low. So if you can come in there on a fast hyzer angle and get a couple skips, you're going to be looking at a putt, but you still have a bunch of these guardian trees late on the green. So you kind of have to strategize where you want your upshot and or drive to land to not have a hindered putt.
Catrina is reaching for her D2. Gonna try and punch to the tree line. Get a good skip.
Yeah, so I would say the danger on this hole is if you either early release or just put too much hyzer on it and it kind of like loses speed down the hill. There is a big cliff on that left side, so you want to steer clear from that.
Very true. Oh, Paige is okay.
You know, the wet tee pads, it's kind of causing some like timing errors.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
maybe your feet come through before your arm or vice versa, and you know, kind of sends a little bit of pain up your back sometimes if you stop your follow through or get a little slip.
Sarah putting her vanish out in the middle of the fairway. Camille with a rival. Or sorry, Patriot.
She likes these legacy discs.
She does, yeah.
She's got a kind of a mix.
Come on, Legacy, sponsor this girl. Paige's second shot trying to get through this tree line and almost did it.
I liked the line there.
Yeah, the line was there. Just need to miss a tree or two. Camille finds the tree line as well. See if Sarah can get through. There's a good forehand line over there off to the left.
There is. That left side is probably a little bit more open for these players where they're landing. If the guys are getting it a little bit farther and you can kind of go up that right side, but, you know, this left side is looking better for a lot of these girls right here.
Cat getting it a little of the way up there. Camille's third. Going to try and skip it onto the green. Oh, left it a little wide.
And that's something you also have to think about is during our practice rounds, it was dry. And now the ground is completely wet. And it kind of, you know, out here at Dela, some of them are skip shots. And you kind of have to wonder, okay, now that the ground's wet, is my disc still going to skip?
Yeah, it's getting a little stickier out here.
Is it going to catch? What's going to happen?
Paige has a look.
Ooh.
Good bid. Sarah, this is going to be for 3 if she can make it. 42 feet out.
Spin putt. She's going with that spin. Oh, my gosh. And she's more surprised than I am. Look at her. Super stoked.
Wow. That's 2 big outside the circle putts
Big
for her.
Jumping spin putt through the trees. Amazing.
So well done. That is probably a stroke on the field, honestly.
Yeah, and I believe that was a 4 from Catrina. So
Yeah.
that will be another stroke that Sarah will get back from Kat. And, you know, we're going to see it tied back up again.
Man. Oh, man, what a shot from Wing here. Oh, that one just got in.
Just over.
Yep, there's a tie again.
Yeah.
They're both 1 over. They got great rounds going. 0 and 1 down at Dela's.
In the rain.
In the rain is playing very, very well. Hopefully they can keep it going into hole 17, though. Easier said than done on this one.
Yes, there's 2 options on this one. 363 feet. Of course, that's almost as far as we can throw, so we want to take the most direct route under that tree right there. But if you don't get off this tee, you're hurting.
You're looking at a bogey if you don't get off clean.
Yeah, so some players are going up high over that bush on a hyzer and just trying to play safe. Sarah does go through the aggressive gap, though.
Yeah, she did. Leaked a little high with that vanish, but punched through, thankfully. Katrina with the D1.
Also aggressive gap. Makes it clean, though.
That was the advanced route right there off to the left. Yep. Not quite as far as your drive yesterday, but it's up there.
Paige Ballista Pro going high.
Man, she throws Ballista Pros far.
Yes, she does. And on this one, though, you don't actually want to push it that far. You kind of just want it to stall out, because if you push it too far forward, that big bushy tree comes into play and the 2-meter rule could happen.
Very true. Camille leaked a little off to the left. She's reaching for a buzz up shot, I believe.
Ooh, close to pin high.
Yep, kind of where you ended up after your drive yesterday. Sarah's second. Can she get through all of this?
Wow. Great approach. Very great.
Such a tough upshot. There's so many trees to miss here,
Yeah.
especially late.
What do you think, Judge?
Probably.
Yeah, it definitely is their judge.
Yeah.
She kind of shook her hand off there, maybe a little bit of wetness on the disc, and caused a little bit of a late release.
Mm-hmm. I believe this is Catrina's signature series PA1.
Wow, that was so smooth.
Yeah, she throws some great upshots up that disc.
Down tempo, hyzer, little skip. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. She's got kind of that nose up. I've noticed that people talk about like throwing putters. If you throw them nose up, they'll be a lot more stable.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And also just, it also uses the glide.
Yeah.
That's what putters are made for, is to glide. So you got to get them up in the air to make them fly as far as they're made to.
Mm-hmm. Sarah with a great par after that beautiful upshot. And Camille will be dropping in a bogey, and Kat after.
Oh.
Oh.
Couldn't get her disc out.
I wasn't sure if it was a disc or a jacket. I think it was her disc. But Kat with a great par there. You'll take a 3 on that one if offered the chance.
Yes, definitely.
You almost got the 2 yesterday, Paige.
Yes.
So close. All right, guys. We are tied up again, and we will kick it off to our sponsors.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
All right, guys, we are back to the action. But again, huge thanks to Innova Champion Discs as well the PGA for making our coverage of this FBO card possible. Hole 18, such a touching line, Paige.
It is, and this year it is playing harder than ever. The trees are growing in, and the ceiling is getting higher every year. And then those guardian trees around the basket are kind of drooping. So you kind of have to throw nose up shot that kind of loses speed and drops under. Kind of exactly what Sarah's doing.
Yeah, she threw her vanish very well right there. That's probably not going to be a birdie, but it should be a relatively easy par.
The ceiling's quite low up there. This is the play, I would say. High and hyzer, but not quite high enough, and hits those guardian trees and drops straight down.
Yeah, that was her D1. What is Paige throwing here?
This is her getaway.
Okay.
Yeah, she loves this disc.
That's a great throw.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And that's honestly about as close as you can get without touching any tree.
Yeah. Camille committing to that turnover. That is a Patriot.
And honestly, good thing she committed, because that left side is very dangerous. Where the spotter is, anything left of him is a jungle.
It really is. And Catrina Allen up a little bit short, but well within her range for the par save. Camille. I believe that's her buzz again. She loves it for those forehand ups.
Yeah, she does.
Those are really well.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah looks to be her eye on again.
Great up.
Yeah.
No putt necessary. And keep in mind, at this point, it's hole 18. Usually, this is our final putt of the day. But we still have 6 holes.
Ooh, Catrina with a rare miss.
Yeah, that was rare. At this point, I have to, recalling it's raining really hard at this point.
It is, yeah.
Everything's wet.
Makes putting so difficult. Camille cleans up, though. Kat will be carding the lone bogey here after Sarah will be dropping in a par.
And another scoring change.
I think you're right. I think Sarah's going to swoop that lead.
Yeah, so we still have 6 holes to go. You know, you have to assume, and we're starting unusually at 11:20 for these girls. And so, you know, it's right around lunchtime. We're playing more holes than normal. We're fighting through the rain, grip issues, and, you know, it's getting tense out here. And as you can see, Hokom just took the lead again. And, you know, we got a few birdie holes coming up, so we might even see a few more lead changes.
That's for sure. You eating out there, keeping your energy up? You snacking?
Yeah, you got to snack, and there's lots of backups out here too, so, you know, we have time to do so, luckily.
Nice. What's the play on 19, Paige?
So it's 435 feet. There's not too many obstacles on this one, so you just want to kind of rip it far and straight, and hopefully with Sarah's sidearm, she's starting to hyzer out towards the basket. The only real danger is that right side over there. If you penetrate into those woods, you're not looking at an easy 3.
Yeah, that was our Streamline Trace, the single mold disc from MVP. Paige is ripping this one.
Beautiful drive, way down there.
Yeah. Camille, what is she reaching for? This is a Patriot. Beautiful flight on that one.
Yeah, definitely. And as you can see, 435 feet, you know, these players aren't getting that close. So if Kat can use her distance here, she might be able to pick one up.
We'll see. She's throwing her X3.
Interesting disc choice.
Yeah.
I'd have to say. I would have thought she would have thrown a D2 here.
Seppa was telling me there's kind of like a Blista Pro.
Yeah.
The X3s are.
But you can see how overstable it was. And she kind of found that left side big tree, and she's going to have a little bit of, might even have to take a knee and step out.
But Keenan was telling me the locals call that the broccoli bush.
Broccoli bush,
Yep,
all right.
Yep. Some local trivia for you. A great upshot from Camille.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. See how tight this is. She kind of made a lot more work for herself than she needed to.
Yeah. Great out, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hit
Still
some
has a
windows.
tester, though,
She
for a
does.
par.
Sure enough. Paige. Beautiful looking upshot. Leaks a little bit away, but she's got that. And here is Kat looking to save par.
Wanted it a little bit higher, or just that upshot to get a little closer. She might be kicking herself for that drive.
Yeah. That's kind of the one place you really don't want to end up on this hole.
Definitely.
Sarah for par. That will bogey as well. So no strokes lost for her.
Yeah, so, you know, it's still something where I don't think Kat's going to lose any of that frustration with Sarah missing, because it's not like, oh, well, I didn't lose one. It's like, I could have gotten one there.
Yeah. I was talking to Kat. She said she'd never looked at the scores.
Really?
Yeah, maybe like late in a tournament, but
Yeah.
not during a round. So she's just, like you said, she's definitely not losing the frustration. Focus on her own game, which is what you want to do out there. Focus on what you can control. Camille MJ in that one. Oh, she's looking in. There are those 2 bogeys for 1 and 2. Sarah holds on to 1 stroke over Kat. Paige and Camille, they are lurking. And that is going to kick us off to gravity.
Yeah, so this is the second shortest hole in the course. And you'll see why it gets its nickname, the gravity. You kind of just barely throw it and it just crests down that hill. And if your disc has any sort of angle on it, you probably are going to roll away. So you're going to see a lot of players aiming left, because the way that the disc skips on this one is usually to the right.
And this one came out a little bit late there for Paige.
Quite a bit late.
Yeah, if we're being honest.
You don't have to be nice.
Yeah. That was pretty late, yep. She is down there, probably looking at a par. It's a putt you can run, though, at least.
Yeah. So see where Camille's heading, that V tree. If you land left of it, you are in the money zone. But honestly,
She got gravitied.
yeah, she did.
That's what happens there. If you don't land left of that V tree, rollaways are highly likely.
Nice backhand there from Hokom. She went right at the tree, but she got a fortunate little stop on that kind of brick, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Kat throwing her signature series PA1.
Beautiful shot. Sit. Yeah.
Wow.
And watching from the tee, when you see your disc starting to roll or bounce, you're kind of just like praying because, it's up to the DeLaveage gods.
It sure is. Paige lays up nicely for her par. She's a little farther out than I thought. Camille also laying up for par. And we got birdie looks now. Sarah up first.
Needing to hit this, knowing Cat's under it.
True.
Great connection there.
And that will let her maintain that one-stroke lead. Paige with absolute drop-in. Here is, Cat with the absolute drop-in. Paige saving par nicely.
Yeah.
Camille does as well. And there is Cat's bird.
So Paige is going to fall another stroke back. She was only a few off.
Yeah.
So, if she turns it on here late in the round, she could still be in the top spot or second spot. But, with Cat and Hokom both carding birdies, they're going to separate themselves a little bit more from Paige.
They are. They're playing really well right now. Really got a good battle going on. Hole 19. Such a tough birdie.
Yeah.
Hole 21.
Yes. Now hole 21, 276 feet, but it's a dog leg. So it's kind of like, it's really difficult. You have to hit the gap on an anhyzer that's high and floaty, but there's branches in the line. So you kind of have to challenge those branches if you want that birdie. But deep behind the basket is a cliff that you do not want to mess with.
Very, very true. That was a relay from Sarah.
And honestly, if you're not 20 feet away or closer, this is one of the most intimidating upshots in the game of disc golf.
It really is. And Catrina not happy with that one. She really likes this hole and just caught a little bit of a tree there. Paige.
Whoa, going with a Lucid X Maverick.
And there's no 1 meter penalty, thankfully.
No. She threw that a little bit too far forward. I'm actually surprised to see that disc in her hand on this one. I would have thought the judge that she's been ripping all day. But yeah, so a little bit too far forward and might have to settle for a par if she can get up and down.
Look at this shot from Camille.
Amazing. And, that's the best way to the basket, to throw it as tight as possible, but it's just so much more difficult.
And there's Cat's Signature Series PA1 again.
Yeah.
Putting it real close.
Probably why it's her signature series.
I would think so.
She feels very confident with it and getting it right under the basket when it matters.
Paige slides that on top of the Anaconda root. Gets it right there. Sarah with a similar look.
Very similar. Oh.
It's nestled, though.
Yeah, you lose sight of it down that hill and your heart starts to pump a little.
Camille with a birdie.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is such a good hole to get, and that's going to be a bonus for her.
Come on, smile.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
She's trying to, hide the smile.
Yeah. Be proud of that one. It's a great two. Sarah cleans up 3. You can see she didn't leak down too far, thankfully. And Paige and Cat will drop in after some great upshots.
Yeah, they made this hole look quite a bit easier than it is. 1 under par total for this card. This is amazing, especially in these conditions. This hole is very difficult.
It is. I've seen some incredibly bad rollaways on this one. And Camille, dead center with absolute death putt. She's putting right at that cliff.
Yeah.
So happy to see that one go in for her. Getting a little bit better than she was. Paige 7 over. Sarah 1 stroke clear of Cat. Sitting at 1 over. Here is actual regular hole 19, hole 22.
Yeah, so Camille's going to take the box on this one, and it's 324 feet. There is OB on the left, the road, but you can't really get to it unless you clear this gap and go long of the basket. Here, there's an opening. But that down log on the right is kind of what you're aiming at. You want the disc to start losing speed around there. And there's a couple options here, kind of straighter like Camille's doing, or you can go a little bit wider and go around those trees.
Yep. That was her Patriot. Flies kind of like a leopard. Sarah, she is throwing a relay. That thing sat, thankfully. I was worried about a cut roll.
Yeah, it kind of had a sharp angle on it.
And Kat, she is throwing her H1V2 again.
right over that down log on a hyzer. Should be down there looking at a putt. Depends if it's skipped or not, how close she'll be.
And this one came out early for Paige and amazingly got OB. It's so unlucky to get all the way there.
Did she hit something and kick?
It just skipped.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she got a kind of early release, or maybe a little bit too much hyzer.
Unfortunate break there for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is. Catrina?
That PA1.
Yep.
So she didn't get a skip, so she'll have to settle for that par, but Sarah is also going to card a par, so no scoring lead change here.
There you go. That was her entropy on her upshot. Here's Camille second, just laying up for a nice par. And Paige, she's got a long look for bogey.
And she does not want to card a double bogey, so she's running this. Oh my gosh, she's making this.
So good.
Right in the center. She actually ran up to me and said, Paige, I made a jump putt.
Really?
We have a jump putt bet this weekend.
Do you?
Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
We're betting for who makes the most jump putts. And she ran up to me after this and was so smiley, like, I just made one.
What's the current count?
I have 3 and she has 1.
Okay.
So one more day. We'll
nice. See if you can keep your jump putt lead.
Yeah, we played it.
Are you guys going to play
Maybe.
Well,
we'll see.
There is Camille tapping in after Sarah did the same.
Yeah, so we have 2 holes left on this round 2. And Paige carding a bogey.
But what a bogey.
What a bogey. Right. I don't know if I've ever said that.
In a while.
But Camille at 11 over for the round, you know, you have to wonder, is she still going to be on the lead card? I don't know if she's looking at scores or not, but you have to assume she's trying to get birdies on these next 2 to try to hopefully stay on that lead card.
Yeah, but good luck birdie in this one, though.
Yeah, 348 feet uphill, plays more like 375 to 400, especially considering that you want to throw it over the trees if you're trying to get the birdie. So in that case, plays over 400.
Yeah.
There is 2 low gaps. One right there where Camille's disc is landing, and another just left of that. So there are a couple options, but to get in there to the basket, it really is a powerful shot required.
And Sarah going vanish roller here.
Very interesting play.
Yeah. Not a terrible spot. She can still pitch up and over the bush into the bowl.
Yeah, but Catrina throwing behind her with her D2. This is her distance driver, so you have to assume she's going big, but kind of keeps it low. I guess she's going for the skip shot through the gap.
Almost got it.
Not quite forward enough, so she's going to kind of be under those tree branches.
Yeah, she's about halfway through. Paige, she just want to judge?
Layup. I guess she's playing safe to right there and then going to throw up and over.
Yeah.
It's a smart play if you know that that's not in your capability, because you don't want to chance the 2-meter rule by trying if it's not really
And you can learn
feasible.
a lot from watching Paige play disc golf.
Yeah, you totally can.
Yeah. The way she attacks holes.
No.
Super unfortunate there for Sarah. 2-meter penalty.
And that's that nose up putter shot we're talking about. You know, it just, as soon as it crests, it loses speed and just drops.
Cat with a beautiful upshot. And there is Sarah's, I believe that's her entropy.
That's so unfortunate. The 2-meter rule is just, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, I
know
have to admit.
I was talking about with Corey. Corey and I are both 2-meter fans.
Are you?
Yep.
Okay, but on a course like this where you literally have to throw over the trees.
You can throw a roller.
What, on top of the world or the kitchen? You can't. You have to throw over the trees.
Some good putts there from Camille. Sarah did miss her attempt at a 4. She's going to have doubling here.
Yeah, so this is going to be a lucky break for Catrina. I mean, or whichever way you look at it, an unlucky break for Hokom.
Yeah. Sorry, bogey. Was that a bogey? 1, 2, 3. No, that's a 5. Yep. Yep, and she is nonplussed, as you can see.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 2-stroke swing in Catrina's favor. Look at this drive here. Super flat and direct right at the hole.
Yep. There's Catrina swooping that lead.
Yeah, so luckily before that, Hokom was up 1, so she's only back 1 now.
Yeah.
But another lead change, and we're into the final hole of round 2. 366 feet downhill. Maybe plays like 330. Sets up pretty well for the sidearm because that pole on the right kind of makes you throw it either wide or straight. There is OB deep at the basket in a ditch, and even deeper than that, there's a road. So, moral of the story, don't be deep.
Yes, you want to be short if you're going to miss. This is a rival from Camille.
She goes wide around the telephone pole. Whoa, beautiful shot.
How about that?
Wow. Tap in birdie to finish the round
That's the way to do it.
on a national tour lead card appearance.
Big time.
Central Coast filming.
Love it. They're getting some love from the gallery there. Catrina.
Is this her M2?
It is her M2.
Nice turn on it. She knows it's a stable mid, so it's probably going to
down.
hyzer.
It got down for it just in
Beautiful
time.
shot. Wow.
She is happy that is inbounds and close.
She knows even if Hokom birdies this, she's knowing that she's going to 2 it too, and she's going to walk into round 2 with the lead.
I'm guessing that's a judge from Paige.
It absolutely is.
Smashing that thing down there.
And probably an indicator why it's her signature disc.
Yeah,
I
is
would
it?
say.
Yeah. Nice. Let's see what Sarah's throwing here to finish. That is a trace.
Wide sidearm hyzer, gets a little skip, and she's just as close as Kat is, but on the front side of the basket.
Three park jobs.
It's pretty impressive.
I
And
did-
even Paige has a look. Oh
Oh,
no. It got a little roll into that little ditch right there, but the ditch is close, so this should be a tap in.
Ooh, that was a little trickier than it looked.
Yeah, it was with that branch right there.
But thankfully, strong mental game on that girl.
Mm-hmm.
Shaking off that OB stroke in no time.
And at this point, you can see the rain, and everybody's wet. Your feet, your hands, your bag, all your towels. You just want to get off the course. And Catrina with a birdie.
Yeah, these last 2 holes, it really opened up.
Yeah.
Yeah, great birdie from Kat. Sarah looking for one of those, too.
All right.
Well done.
So these are the final putts you're going to see at DeLaveage.
That's right.
Round 3 will be on the ball golf course, which is quite a bit different style of golf. So we're going to see how these players can attack a ball golf course with lots of greens and sand traps and not really any 2-meter rules, but also not many roots on the ground. So it's quite a big difference in the course, and the battle is very tight.
Yeah, they do take kind of some of the elements of the dangerous greens, kind of slope, dangerous rollaway greens.
Right.
Yeah, they try to do a little homage to DeLaveage in the course design there. I believe John Baldwin really helped with that a lot. There is your top 10 going into our final round. Paige, you threw a good one. Threw an even.
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah, you're back on the lead card. Happy to see that, and we got the cream of the crop there at the top for the final round.
Yeah, so, it's getting tight, and, anything can happen, and it's going to be rainy again tomorrow.
Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed round 2, and we'll catch you for the final round.